Hello there, welcome back to another one of my Peter Gorton masterclasses. Today I'm going to show you another recipe from my book, which is my lovely ginger sponge pudding. It's a very comforting pudding, absolutely delicious, and when I used to serve it in my restaurants, people used to love it. So, the ingredients are, come and have a look, let me show you the ingredients. We have some brown sugar. We have some butter, you can use butter or margarine. We have some eggs, we have a bit of vanilla essence, we have ginger and cinnamon powder together. We have some black treacle, we have some flour, and we have some double cream. And that's the ingredients you need for the sponge. So, let's crack on with the sponge. First things first, take your butter and put that in to your machine. To that, add your sugar. So butter and sugar in together. Let it mix. While that's mixing really well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up my eggs. So the 4 eggs I have here, I'm going to crack together. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's my 4 eggs done. Right, back to this bowl. So in this bowl, where I put my flour in, oh, I've also forgot to tell you, I put a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda in there. But don't worry, because this recipe will be on my Facebook page, Peter Gorton Consultancy. I'm going to add all the spices into the flour now on top of there. There we go. Just get rid of that. Good chef, clean chef. Right. Now, that is mixed really well together, and I'll just show you the texture of that. As you can see, nice and creamy. That's important because you're incorporating a bit of air, making it nice and creamy. Now I'm going to add the eggs. I'm going to just whip up the eggs slightly, like so. Put that back down and put them in. Bit by bit, so they incorporate the sugar and the butter. Now don't worry if this looks as if it's separating slightly. That doesn't matter because as soon as you add the flour, it's going to bring it all back together again. Get rid of that one. Right, let's move this over here. Now as you can see, I'm working clean and tidy as I'm going. A little bit of vanilla essence. Now, I put about a teaspoon into 2 teaspoons, but it's optional. Depends how much vanilla you like. And you can use a fresh vanilla pod if you like. Next, I am taking my flour and I'm going to add, bit by bit, some of the flour. Now don't add it all together, else it will go everywhere. Bit by bit, in it goes. Slowly, slowly. That's it. Flour and spices done. Right then. Quick cleanup. I'm giving it a really good beat now. I like to finish it with a tablespoon of treacle. Now I love the flavour of treacle. About a tablespoon, put that in. Just let it drip in there nice and slowly. And that just adds that sort of molassesy, lovely flavour and beautiful to eat. Adds a bit more richness to the pudding really. Okay, that's that done. Now, what I tend to do, and a lot of people don't do this makes the sponge very moist and very delicate, is I add some double cream. Now I have 200 millilitres of double cream here, and that is what I'm adding last. And I just let that drip in very gently. Mix it, let it mix really gently. All of that cream in there like so. Right, now let me show you what you do next. The next thing, you want a tray like this, oven-proof tray. What I've done is I've put some butter on the outside, and then I put some bake oil paper, grease-proof, and I've stuck that down. So when I pull it out, I can just take it out. Last final little whisk. Job's done, good one. Sponge is done. It's that easy. Right, let's get rid of all that over there. Okay. Now, what I tend to do is I take the bowl off and I just get those bits that might be caught on the side and mix it really well. So a little bit of folding, and I am now going to show you this texture. So come and have a look at this. Look at that beautiful texture. That is delicious. So, now all you do is you pour that directly into there. Now this mixture will serve 6 to 8 people, depending on how generous you want to be. Let me just scrape it all out. Don't want to waste any of it, because it is so yummy when it's cooked. That's it. Right. I'm now going to just smooth that over into all the corners. You can use a palette knife if you like, just to make sure it's nice and even. Give it a tap, like that, and now that is now ready for the oven. Little tap, don't bang it too hard, because you don't want to break the dish. In the oven, now that goes in the oven 160 degrees. 160 degrees for about, fan assisted, 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, turn it down to 150 and let it cook for another 15 minutes. So the total cooking time is 45 minutes. Right, here's what I prepared earlier for you. So let me show you this baby. Now look at that. So that's the size of it, and you can see you get quite a few portions of very light texture. Now I'm going to cut it down into sizes as I like it. And I did say to you, you're going to get 6. You might even get more, because there's a lot here. I'm being generous. Look at that. And we'll make big portions. Big portions. You can also use the trim. So I keep the trim. And I'm going to just finish cutting this, and I'll show you a nice slice in a minute. Right. Let's have a look. Look at the texture on that. Let me just cut a bit more. There it is. Now that is your ginger sponge pudding. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to warm that actually in my microwave. You can put it through the oven if you like. So, on the plate, takes about 30 seconds. Into my microwave. Like that. Put it on. And while that's happening, let's get rid of all that rubbish. Clean up. Nice and clean. Right. Almost there. I've also got a little bit of cream from my fridge here. I'm spoiling. My wife loves this dessert. I'll do. Right, out it comes. Now, if you come down here and you can have a little look, and you feel that, look at that. Look how light that is. That is absolutely delicious. Now, I'm going to finish this dessert. Now, what I like to do to finish it is I've done some caramelized apples, and I'm just going to place these caramelized apples on top, and they're done with sugar and cream and some butter. Absolutely gorgeous. Then a little bit of caramel sauce over the top. Oh, do you know what? I can't wait to taste this. It is so nice. And it's definitely a recipe I urge you to try, because you will not be disappointed. And last but not least, I am going to put a quenelle of cream on the side. And then there you have it. Ginger sponge pudding, caramelized apples, and a nice bit of double cream just whipped up. So there you go, delicious. But just remember, be safe and happy cooking. And a big thank you to Tamar Fresh for sponsoring my chef masterclasses.